Hello and welcome back to Crypto Tutorial. On today's video, I would like to talk about XRP once again. But before doing so, please do not forget to hit that subscribe button down below. And as well, if you're liking the content, do not forget to smash up the like button underneath. Let's get started and let's take a look at Bitcoin compared to the USD chart and what I think is of utmost importance to discuss right now. So you can clearly see right now we are below the 200-day moving average on the Bitcoin chart. I think for sure right now this is of utmost importance to monitor very closely due to the fact that I think personally it is very likely that we are going to see a spike once again above the 200-day moving average. But what you have to take into consideration is that once you break down below the 200-day moving average, you might start seeing a major movement towards the downside. So this is perhaps something that might occur right now, that we are going to see Bitcoin fall even further. Of course, what are the levels of support that you have to take into consideration? For sure, the level where we are currently trading at, as well the previous level of support and resistance at this point in time. And if you ask me as well, where we were able to find support and resistance before in between these zones. For example, the levels we're looking at right now is the $42,245 where we are currently trading at. As well, what I think is a major level of support is the $37,333. But what I think was utmost importance is to stay on top of where we're currently at. This being said, I would like to take a look at the XRP chart compared to the US dollar, and what you can actually see is that I have drawn a Fibonacci retracement from swing low towards swing high, and you can clearly see that we are right now underneath the 0.5 Fibonacci level, underneath this 96-cent US dollar. For sure, right now, what I think is of utmost importance is we have seen 2 wicks all the way towards the 0.618 Fibonacci at $85 or $86 level. And right now, what I think is even more important is that we are underneath the 200-day moving average. This moving average is the 200-day moving average, and of course I think it's of utmost importance to be able to actually close above this moving average. Otherwise we might start seeing a major decline, as we saw previously. Once we broke out below the 200-day moving average, we saw major momentum towards the downside. And as well, what you could clearly see is once we broke out above the 200-day moving average at this point in time, we saw a major increase in XRP's price action. So for sure, this is for me of utmost importance. Also, I would like to discuss the moving average further in the past. As you can see in the past, it happened before that XRP broke down below it, saw exponential growth afterwards, and broke below the 200-day moving average before being able to break out above it and creating a major parabolic increase on the daily time frame afterwards. So personally right now I'm not really concerned, but what I think is of utmost importance is to see if we are going to be able to stay on top or trade above the 200-day moving average during the upcoming days, and perhaps even breaking above the 0.5 Fibonacci level. And yes, we would still see a lower low structure getting created, but for sure right now I am not bearish on the cryptocurrency space in general. What I personally think is that we have to focus on Bitcoin right now to see what we could possibly expect, but what the levels of support are going to be on the XRP chart are for sure the $85 and the $70 underneath. But what I think, it is very unlikely that we are going to see such a major decline if Bitcoin holds strong at this level where it's currently at. This being said, I would like to enable as well the RSI. So if we take a look at the chart and the RSI simultaneously, what you can clearly see right away is that we are right now in this major lower high structure on the RSI. For sure, that is of utmost importance, and we are also creating a lower low structure on the RSI, and that is clearly what we are seeing as well on the chart. You can see we are not seeing any type of bullish or bearish divergences created on the daily time frame. Therefore, I would like to go to the 4-hourly time frame. You can see on the 4-hourly time frame the RSI looks rather different. We were in current uptrend previously. Right now we are creating a lower low in comparison to what we did before as well on the RSI. We are not spotting any type of bullish or bearish divergences, but what I think is of utmost importance is that we actually spiked below the dotted line on the lower part of the RSI. Therefore, we saw a major recovery afterwards, and this is for me of utmost importance due to the fact that it is very likely that we won't see major spike towards the downside getting created on the price action of XRP right now, because what could occur is that we're going to see a major decline once again below the dotted line on the RSI, but afterwards we might see a reversal getting started, and that is something I think is very possible to occur. But what I think is important about all this is actually that we are seeing right now this downward sloping resistance on the RSI. We are as well seeing a major downward sloping resistance on the chart. As you can probably see, I will draw it as well for you. You can see we are seeing this downward sloping resistance. Of course, it's not a confirmed resistance line yet on the RSI. It is, but we only have seen 2 touch points on the chart. Therefore, it's likely that we're going to see a third touch point of this descending resistance before being able to break out above it. But what I think would occur is that we're going to see a retest afterwards, getting rejected, heading towards the $0.85 and perhaps afterwards being able to break out above it and creating that trend reversal. That is something I think would be of utmost importance. Of course, the regular markets have a lot of influence right now on crypto as well, due to the fact that we saw on the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq that we broke the trend there as well. That is something that does concern me for the overall growth of crypto right now. But what I think is important is to see if we're going to see any type of trend reversal during the upcoming days on XRP, and for sure, most importantly, on Bitcoin. If we enable as well the MACD, what you can clearly see on the MACD is that we are losing momentum towards the downside. We are losing the major strength of the shorts, and right now we could perhaps see a crossover occur during the upcoming hours, due to the fact that if we go towards the 1 hourly, we have seen a crossover there very clearly. As well, on the 2 hourly time frame, the crossover just occurred, and if we take a look at the 3 hourly time frame, a crossover might occur during the upcoming hours. Afterwards, the 4 hourly time frame could follow. Of course, on the daily time frame, we have seen this major momentum towards the downside quite a while already. And what I think is very important is that we are not seeing the strength decrease on the daily MACD, and for sure this will have influence for the overall trend. So we will have to see major movement towards the upside to actually be able to see a daily crossover on the MACD. This being said, I would like to take a look at XRP compared to Bitcoin. But before doing so, I would highly appreciate if you could follow me down below on Twitter at ToroCrypto, where I'll be updating you about all the upcoming videos, and as well I would like to keep you up to date about cryptocurrencies in general. So I would highly appreciate if you did so, and do not forget to add me at ToroCrypto. So thank you very much already for doing so, and let's take a look lastly at XRP compared to Bitcoin. You can clearly see that orange level of major resistance serves actually as a major resistance zone. We were not able to actually break out above this level. Actually, we saw a major decline from that point on, and that is quite unfortunate because we have seen right now a major decline since that point in time. On the 4 hourly time frame, you can clearly see on the daily time frame we have seen a decline as well. And what I think is of utmost importance right now is as well to take a look at the moving average. And what I see right over here is that the 200-day moving average is still serving as a level of support on the XRP compared to Bitcoin chart. So therefore, I think it is very likely that this uptrend is still in place. And right now I would like to just end this video by showing you this right now, how this looks like. And what I think is important is that this served as a major levels of support for quite a while already. And if we are able to stay on top of it, I think we will for sure be able to increase in strength compared to Bitcoin. But for sure, it is important to stay above of the 200-day moving average on the daily time frame compared to Bitcoin and hold strong on top of this level. Lastly, I would like to take a look at the EMA ribbon on the daily time frame compared to Bitcoin. You can clearly see we broke out above it in the past. We saw a major spike. We got supported by the EMA ribbon, but unfortunately we broke below the EMA ribbon right now. And I think it is very likely that we are going to see downward momentum from this point in time right now, but perhaps we are going to see Bitcoin be able to form a V-shaped recovery, and if Bitcoin holds strong, we might perhaps see as well XRP being able to break out, find support on top of this thin blue line of support where we saw previously major levels of resistance, but as well major levels of support being found. So therefore I would be very happy if we could see XRP right now spike towards the upside and find support on top of the blue zone for a while, perhaps not being able to break out towards the upside, seeing afterwards a major decline. But of course, I think this level over here is the level, target level, where I would like to see XRP heading towards during the upcoming days. Otherwise, if we break below the 200-day moving average and as well below this level of support at 0.236 Fibonacci compared to Bitcoin, I think we are going to see a major decline on XRP strength, and as well we won't be able to hold strong on top of that $97 level, and we will be heading towards that $85 level. Of course, as discussed previously, we could see a trend reversal occur at that point in time, but I would rather see XRP holding strong right now and as well Bitcoin holding strong and actually seeing a trend reversal getting created during the upcoming hours and days, because otherwise I think we have to take into consideration that we might see a further decline below the 0.86 cents and heading towards this 70 cents level. For sure, that won't be something I'm looking forward to, and you have to be very careful right now trading crypto in general. So thank you very much for watching the video, and I hope you enjoyed the content so far. So thank you and have a nice day.
About 88 miles like Marty, octopus tentacles cooking at the party, wifey looking curvy in the vault, so